Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fableheim and the Internet. Specifically, the Internet for Iratus, Lord of the Dead, Wrath of the Necromancer. It's been a while since I've gotten to say that. But they have released another teaser, and it is my sacred duty to let you know when any new information has arrived, and it has arrived. But first, before we talk about the new Alchemy mechanic, there is a graphical bug fix for the game. It was an issue that occurred with players that had AMD Radeon video cards. It was like artifacting when you were at the crypt, just like a bunch of weird and random crap would show up. And that has been fixed. It was in a beta version for a while, but now it's on the live version, and it is good to go. Of course, they offer their apologies and appreciate everyone providing your feedback, no matter what the feedback may be. So now, on to the juicy stuff. Besides new minions and enemies, a completely new mechanic of alchemy is also planned. Well, also in their version. Potions! By combining various parts in the cauldron, you will learn new recipes for potions, which you can later use right in the battle. The higher quality pieces you use, the more powerful you will get the potion will become. Flasks are needed to make potions. This resource drops out as a reward for winning a battle. New recipes can be learned by experimenting with different combinations of parts. The potions using does not depend on the progress of the talent tree. This is a separate mechanic, and you can see part of it here. They do have a better picture of it on the DLC page, which I'll show you in but a moment. But you can see the basics here. There's one flask. I'm not sure why this flask is filled with stuff. And then 3 parts. And they mentioned that the variation of parts will improve the quality of the potion. I'm assuming the flasks also have their own quality, and that it's separated from the talent tree. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if we see talents added to the talent tree in relation to alchemy, just saying that you don't need talents to be able to craft potions. You just need a flask, which you can get from winning battle, and the appropriate parts. Now, before we move on, this does make parts of the alchemy tree far more valuable than they already were, and they were already pretty good. Specifically, the one that increases part drop, the 2 that increase part quality drop rate, and at the very bottom, the scalpel that gives you an additional part per combat. This can also make the graveyard, the crypt, far more valuable than it already was, and it makes the Glutton's Tongue weaker than it was. Of course, the Glutton's Tongue gives you 0.1% increased damage for each part that you have within the crypt, and now you're going to be spending parts not only on creations, but also on potions. So, those are just some quick thoughts that I had. You can store a maximum of 6 potions in your inventory. In battle, potions are used in the same way as Iratus' spells. On the appropriate tab, select a potion and click on one of the highlighted targets. Potions are also only able to be used once per round. You see pretty well, kind of. They have the Headsman, the Heads Hunter. His abilities over here, Iratus' Mana and Wrath. And then the 2 spell tabs, and now there's a 3rd tab for the potions. And you can see they have 6 potions of thanks. I don't know what any of these do, but I'm going to assume the one with the 4-leaf clover involves increasing/reducing luck. You'll enchant one or all minions, weaken enemies, and restore resources to Iratus, mana, wrath, increase spell power, with the power of potions. This mechanic will expand tactical options in combat and open up new ability combinations. In total, about 3 dozen recipes are planned. I do have the actual number, which I'll show you in but a moment, but here are the ones they decided to showcase. There are 6 potions here. 1 increases all damage dealt and received, like a Berserker potion. Pretty good. Especially for like evasion builds where you just don't receive damage. Or, cases where you're using additional block and ward. They'll take damage, but you won't. Restore Vigor to all minions. Battle Eternal. Very good. Remove all debuffs from the target and restore Vigor. A single health potion. It's pretty powerful for a single health potion, I think. Increases dread of this minion until the battle ends. Nergaleth. I have a potion for you. Although, how does the infested drink? How do any of the undead... Okay, I'm going to move on. The target loses resistance until the battle ends. This can help out a lot with spell builds that don't really feel like changing their build when they're up against spellcasters. An interesting option, I suppose. And restores mana to Iratus. The shotgun build continues. Shotgun? I didn't call it that. The infinite recycling build continues. We are glad to inform you that the DLC development is entering its final phase. Very active work is underway. We hope to release the DLC Iratus Wrath of the Necromancer in fall 2020. And just as a reminder, fall 2020 is technically any time between September 21st, 2020 and December 22nd, 2020. So it's quite the window, but hopefully we get it before the end of the year. I like to get it in November, just because it's my birthday month and it's exciting. So before I give you my final thoughts on this, this is the official DLC page. You can see all the things, 2 new minions. One of them is the Reaper, we talked about last time. 17 additional skins for minions. I think that's one for everyone. More than 10 new enemies, including ones that take up multiple spaces. We still don't know if the other new minion we get will take up multiple spaces. I'm going to assume not, because it would be very challenging to balance that, but it could be fun. And last, additions to the Alchemy system, craftable battle potions. So this is the entire, I'm not sure how well you can see this. What? Where am I? This is the entire Alchemy tab that they have at the moment. Of course, alpha, not yet finished, etc., etc. Over here are the options. Well, the selections I guess you can make. I think this one is experimentation. So you can just put, throw in parts and see what happens. Then every other one is probably just the format for it. And you can see they have a GIF here where they craft a potion randomly, it seems, and it unlocks. This is a 5x6 grid. So if you discount the random thing, is this a potion? It's 29 if you ignore this. So it's 30 total. We have the random potion crafting, and then it's this thing down here, which I have no idea what this is. It looks like a ball. It could be a potion. It could be a potion. So, like I said, I imagine there will be talents added to the game as well to help with alchemy. There might not be, though. It is a totally different system, so unrelated in any way. And I don't really have any concerns with it. I just think that I do wonder if they'll make the Wrath of the Necromancer enemies more challenging, because, people have kind of, I don't want to say broken, but figured out the game, and these potions seem to be quite powerful. They seem quite potent, and could very easily change the scope of the game. I do think, one thing I was thinking about with these potions is this. I was thinking entirely to use these to offshore weaknesses and not to make things stronger, but it will make pretty much everything stronger if you have the parts to fund it, of course. We don't know how strong they are, like in tier-wise. Some of them seem to be, they use very vague language for this, like increases all damage dealt and received. By how much? Probably depends on the quality. Restores vigor to all minions. By how much? Probably restores in the quality. You get the point. So I'll be interested to see how these scale, and hopefully we get to see a little bit more about the alchemy system, the potions, very soon. You can hold 6. Did I skip this? No, I didn't. You can hold 6. I imagine that'll just be the number, but they could also very easily just make it so that you right-click on one of them instead of left-clicked, and it will open up like a potion sash, maybe as a talent. Who knows? Maybe as an artifact. And of course, I totally forgot about artifacts until just now. They could add artifacts that increase the potency of potions, increase, who knows? There's actually a lot here. I don't know if they will, of course. I'd like to see it like be fully integrated. Like I said, not just like a slap-on mechanic where it's like, oh yeah, this is a completely ignored by the rest of the game, but here it is for good fun. So we'll see, of course, what it has in store, and I'd love to test it. Hint, hint. Nudge, nudge. But I wish, of course, Unfrozen the best of luck, and I look forward to playing Iratus, Wrath of the Necromancer, as soon as I can. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. What do you think about potions? What are your ideas for what these other question mark potions could be? And are you looking forward to the DLC? If you stayed for this entire video, you probably are, because I know that I am. Bye-bye.